everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today was the first game of the semifinal in the Dutch Women's Chess Championship, and in this mini match of two classical games, I'm facing Machteld van Voorhees, who is a very strong, talented player, and she used to be way above 2300. She got almost 2400, I believe, but now she's a bit closer to my rating. But she has a lot of potential, and I knew that this match is going to be super exciting, but also very tough. This game itself was something else. This game was insane. So many tactical nuances, so much was happening. It was a lot. Before I start spilling more about the game, let's jump right into it because you don't want to miss what happened in this one. So she started with the move e4 and I went for the Sicilian. I'm basically repeating what I played in the earlier round of this tournament, as after d4 takes, knight f6, knight c3, a6, once again the Najdorf, and once again the exact same line as I was facing in the very first game of this tournament. So yeah, I was happy with this because I thought I was super well prepared for my game in the first round, and I'm basically repeating that. So I thought that was great. But after e5, knight f3, knight bd7, my opponent played g4. Sorry, not g4, sorry. One more move. e4, queen c7, and now g4. So just to go quickly back here, I'm playing queen c7 to prevent bishop c4 because this is perhaps a good developing move, and now there's no b5 anymore for me, so that's why queen c7 prevents that bishop move. But now there's g4, and g4 is crazy. I have never seen this before. I mean, I have seen a lot of Sicilians, I've seen a lot of different positions where white can play g4, you sacrifice a pawn and some craziness happens. But I never imagined that g4 was possible here. So I thought, oh my gosh, that is crazy. I spent almost 30 minutes on this move because I don't understand how this is possible. How did I not see this in my prep? How is this fine? So because I didn't see this in my prep, the first thought I have is that this move is just bad. So then obviously I want to take. But then I'm like, well, there's a reason my opponent plays this. Taking is probably not a good idea. But if I don't take, how do I punish this? So many thoughts crossed my mind. I was considering knight c5 as well for the longest time. And essentially I spent almost 30 minutes on debating, do I take or do I play knight c5? And the simple reason that I took on g4, I thought I have to take this pawn. As the pawn on e4 remains a weakness, I thought that is something that I want to keep on the board, as the next move is g5, followed by knight to d5. So I thought that knight c5 was nothing really special, as after g5, take, knight d5, I'm kind of ending up in the same position, and then after queen c6, b4, I really didn't like this. Apparently, this is holdable with bishop e6, but yeah, the fact that I have to play like this is completely insane. Also, this is not even that good. I mean, if I look at the computer right now, it says that this is just bad for black. I was seeing these kind of moves with bishop b5, and the thing is that after takes, the queen is hanging on c6 as well as the rook on a8. So I'm essentially losing material, but yeah, this is completely insane. I really didn't like this, and that's why I went for the move knight takes g4 after all. Knight d5 is now possible, and I basically have to go back, because if I go queen c5, which does threaten checkmate on f2, then white can play the queen d2 or queen e2, so let's say queen d2, and the idea is simple. My queen is a bit awkward over here, and I felt like white is going to get a lot of play, so that's why I went for queen d8 right away. And after rook g1, I did not expect rook g1, but apparently the best move here, I'm not sure, it's probably the only move that is keeping it somewhat equal, is knight g2 f6, but I went for the other knight instead, because I thought I have to keep my knight on g4, it's a strong piece, and maybe I can involve my other pieces and punish the weakness of this king. Make sure that something happens to that king, because you cannot play like this, right? But apparently, as it turns out, is not good. By the way, just so you know, I did consider knight takes h2 because after knight takes, there's queen h4 check, and I'm taking on h2. But there's king d2. I cannot take on f4 because that's defended by the knight, so I have to take right away with the queen here. And then simply, I was thinking either bishop e2 or rook g2, but rook g2, yeah, it's just attacking the queen, and knight c7 check is the threat, and I would be losing the rook due to the fork. So seeing this, I thought, well, I guess we're not taking on h2 either. Knight d to f6, and here white plays bishop c4. This move is insane. It is the only move that keeps the advantage. All the other moves were not so good, and I did not think that this move was that good. And during the game, this was another moment that I spent a lot of time. My opponent also spent a lot of time in this move, but I spent a lot of time here because, well, first of all, I did not expect this, and second of all, so many moves that are so logical here just don't feel right. I was thinking if bishop e7, she will take my bishop off the board, and that's just a bit awkward. If bishop e6, maybe she will take on f6 and then on e6 and then another awkward position. I didn't really like what was going on here, and I thought I have to take that knight off the board because that knight is such an annoying piece. But it turns out that after queen takes d5, queen c7 to defend f7, of course, knight g5. I see this, but I thought that either there is something here or it must be fine somehow. I don't know how, but yeah, I didn't really see the alternative, and that's the difficult part. When you don't see better moves, you make suboptimal moves, and you're kind of aware of the opponent's threats, but you just don't know what to do about it. And that's kind of what happened here, because after knight h6, I'm simply defending f7. I was looking for all sorts of ways to create counterplay, to try to trick my opponent, because I may make a suboptimal move. But then what if she doesn't spot the only move that holds the advantage? That's what I was kind of aiming for, but I couldn't find anything. And that's why I decided to start defending. And I knew that this is not gonna be nice in the long run because my opponent has so many attacking ideas. All the pieces are gonna be joining very soon. And I'm struggling to develop, and you will see why. After takes, she's opening up some files here because now rook f1, she is preparing to take on f7. And here, I spent some time once again because I know that if I play f6, I'm asking for trouble. I believe there's knight e6. That's why I thought at least takes. And this is just very unpleasant because bishop takes h6 is right around the corner and the pawn f6 becomes weak. And I thought that, let's say, if I would be going to this endgame, I thought I would just simply be worse. Well, actually, I have to take first, otherwise f6 is hanging. And here, now rook takes f6, there's king e7, but I thought that white has a long-term advantage. The light-squared bishop is so much better, and my pawns are really bad, and I just have no development. My h8 rook cannot even develop. That's the depressing part. So yeah, that is why I cannot play f6. If I cannot play f6, then how do I defend my poor pawn on f7, right? Well, apparently there are some crazy moves possible here, but I went for the move bishop e7 first. And the idea was that after knight takes f7, bishop h3, which turns out to be a blunder, but my idea was, let's say I lose the rook. Then there's rook d8 and the queen is trapped in the middle of the board. I thought this was genius. I thought that was so cool that even though the queen has access to so many squares, it cannot go anywhere without being captured. I thought that was so cool, but obviously my opponent sees this. and yeah, she doesn't have to take. She has so many other moves, and because my position is permanently bad, because I cannot castle, there's no harmony in my position. My pieces are all over the place. She just needs to develop her pieces and she's winning. Like, everything is like hanging, it feels like, in my position. So she just plays rook f2, which is a great move. I play bishop h4 because, well, I don't know, I have to do something. And it's actually a really, possible idea if it wasn't for knight d6. I was hoping to survive here. But unfortunately, after king e7, there's takes on e5, and then I have to, if I go to d8, there's always bishop g5, which is kind of bad because my bishop is trying to pin the rook and win it, but if I can't win it, well, then I'm just dead lost. So if king d7, then queen takes g7, and I cannot take because bishop f4 check, losing the queen. So then king c6, but then bishop d5, and if the king is stuck to the queen, so if king b6 to try to protect it one more time, then, well, bishop e3, and I'm losing the queen, but I'm also getting checkmated. But yeah, that is basically why this is so bad. I cannot play king e7. And if king d7, then I just lose my queen with knight b5 check, and I'm just losing the queen. So that's why I thought king d8, because after knight b5 check, I have queen d7, and I'm covering the position, I'm holding on. But my opponent spotted really well that, you know, she's not winning the queen, but she doesn't have to try to win the queen because there's rook a3. Well, she could have taken on b7, I guess, but I feel like anything is winning as long as I don't get any counterplay. And the fact that I'm able to capture the rook here, it doesn't matter because as soon as the bishop leaves, let's say I take on f2, then it's always bishop g5, and that is actually soon to be checkmate, I think. So yeah, anyway, rook a3 is what my opponent played, attacking my bishop, by the way. And here I went back to d7 because I thought, okay, at least the d file is covered. Now my king is quote-unquote safe. Not for long, but knight takes b7 check now. And the thing is, if I play king c8 now, previously I could hide on b8, but now because the rook is involved, now the king is in check, king e7, and bishop e3 is just going to be checkmate. So that's why I cannot play king c8 any longer. And also, yeah, the rook is just hanging over there. So I have to play king e7, and now bishop g5 check. I saw this happening, but I don't know what to do about it. She is getting rid of my bishop to be able to activate the rook, which is going to be very important very soon. I have to take. I have no choice. Rook f7 check, another brilliant move. And yeah, I'm just, you can, if you check the clocks, I'm basically moving instantly because I saw all of this and I'm like, yeah, I don't know what to do. I have like 4 minutes on the clock, but yeah, I didn't really feel like any sort of time pressure actually, even though it looks like I'm in time trouble, but I just know what's happening, and the problem is I don't know what to do about it. I play king e8 because after knight takes f7, this is checkmate. Isn't that crazy? Look at this pattern. It's aesthetically beautiful. Unfortunately, I'm on the wrong side of this, but it's okay. King e8, I have to get out of there, but knight e6 check, it doesn't help anything because my rook on e8 is hanging, so I have to sacrifice my queen, but it's not enough because after queen takes, if I take on f7, I take the rook, but there's bishop takes f7, king takes, queen takes d7, and yeah, because of the fact that my rooks are disconnected and white has too many pawns on the board, because of that, this is just completely lost. It looks like you can survive this at first when you look at it because of the material imbalance. But the problem is really those pawns. If those pawns were not on the board, those two, then maybe there's some chances you can try to hold. It's still quite a disaster because my pieces are disconnected and white is not going to allow me to get activity with the rooks, right? But yeah, basically a lot of conditions need to be met for me to be able to even think of surviving this. So that's why I just gave a check, a pity check, king f1, because there's no bishop h3 actually. The rook is covering that really well. Knight takes f7. I decided to take because, well, what else to do? And after queen takes, king g6, and here it is simply game over. She's going to checkmate on the next move. So yeah, this is where I resigned. So that was a crazy game, and I really tried my best. Like, I was so focused the entire game. I really gave it my all, but yeah, it was quite devastating to see that I was never truly better, and that yeah, my opponent just had an amazing line prepared that I wasn't aware of at all, because she has played this f4 line before, and that's what I was kind of, you know, aiming for, to face that. But yeah, I did not expect this g4 move at all, so that is crazy. I'm taking notes of this line. It's completely insane. But yeah, she played an amazing game. Even after the opening, after I think I'm not sure when her prep ended, but quickly when she started spending a lot of time shortly after the opening, yeah, she found all the right moves. So she deserves to win this game. But yeah, I need to do some work because I need to come back from this and I need to, well, usually you don't want to force yourself to win. You just want to have a good game. But tomorrow I have to win in order to stay in the tournament. Because if I win, then we go to tie breaks and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, obviously my opponent is going to maybe try to beat me, but also if she gets a draw against me, then she advances to the final. So yeah, I have to win. I will figure it out tonight how I'm going to do that. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for the support. I feel so bad for, you know, kind of losing like this and then, you know, sharing such a game. But at the same time, it's a really good game for my opponent. So yeah, that's it makes me feel less bad in a way. I don't know. Does it make any sense? Probably not. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for the love and support, and I hope to see you in the next video because we have at least one more game coming up. Bye!